Hi, it's Alana Leilani, Queen of the Potatoes, here with my Katsucon review. Better late than never, right? Katsucon was way back in Valentine's Day, and I'm just now beginning to do this, so by the time you'll get this, it's gonna be more than a month later, but at least I follow through. Do I get points for that? Do I get... Okay, anyways. So, Katsucon, I love it. I love it so much. I have the privilege of being on staff for Katsu, and the particular department I'm in works with kids. And now I can't talk about specific department stuff, but I can give you a general overview. So if I seem obscurely vague about a couple things, it's because I'm not really supposed to go into like a ton of detail about the inside of how Katsu works. But anyways, on with the story. Katsucon is now one of my favorite cons. It's not my most favorite, but it's definitely top 3. But it started off, I got there on Thursday, and I was running the how to make your own plushie panels. And we got all of our materials Thursday at 9. So thus commenced the chibi sweatshop. I was on sewing things. Eric was on flipping plushies that I sewed inside out. And then Megan was on tracing and cutting out all of the plushies. Now these were fairly simple plushies. They were just 2-dimensional, a front and a back. The second day we got a little more complicated and did 3-piece ones with little octopods. They were so cute, and they went to kids who it was their birthday that month. But mostly it was pretty simple plushies. And so we stayed up to 1 a.m. just factory making, or more sweatshop making, those plushies. So we hit the hay and that's it. We weren't in costume that day. We didn't have much else to do that day. It was literally, for me at least, just plushies. Because I knew from last year that the plushie panel was surprisingly popular. You wouldn't think it would be, or at least I didn't think it would be last year, but definitely was. So anyways, the next day comes, and I'm in charge of the bead panel for a little while, and then I had photo shoots. And now Friday I was Mally Tasker from Novi Stars, and I had a wonderful group of Miss Lady Everspark COSplay, and I will link her profile below. She is so talented, and she's only 17, maybe 18, and it literally makes me angry how talented she is. Except then I can't be angry because what she does is just so beautiful. She made this Spider-Mom cosplay, the Larsis, I believe it's called. I'm not a super homestuck. I'm a general homestuckist. I know the general history. Anyways, it was flawless. But and then the other person in my group was Ember Rain cosplay, who also was just so on point that day. Just mwah. He looked so good. He was cosplaying a female, so I said she on accident. But Ember Rain cosplay identifies as male. And they were cosplaying Antarctic. Yeah, all the Novi Stars names are puns. Universe, Mally Tasker, I had 4 arms, and Antarctic were what we were being. But anyways, we were having an awesome time, total squad power, all that cheesy stuff. We were feeling ourselves. And we meet up with my friend, Freeze Frame Photography, who also goes by the name Jason, and we go to do our shoot. And we actually decide to brave it and go outside. But we have to go as fast as possible because, hypothermia, frostbite, they don't look good in photos, so we didn't want to do that. But we decide to have Ember Rain go first with her singles, then do groups, and then do singles, because Ember Rain was ironically wearing the least amount of clothing. I had on arm socks, 2 pairs of stockings, my undergarments, plus my double-layered little kimono thingy. And then Lady Everspark cosplay was wearing this really adorable poofy dress and poofy skirt that had lights in it. It was really kick-ass, totally were the bomb. So yeah, so we do our single shots with Ember Rain cosplay, and then we do our group shots. And when we're doing our group shots, this photographer comes out of the corner of my vision, and just because I happen to be posing that way, I see him coming. And as he comes over, I see him, we make eye contact, and I see him do that lip thing. You know what people do when they're not 100% pleased with something, but they don't want to be rude? They're just like, you know, the sucking into the lips, just, they're trying not to grimace, but they can't help their automatic reaction. You see it so many times. You see it like when there's a show someone doesn't like, or a politician someone doesn't like, or if someone doesn't like a particular character someone did, or someone doesn't like the way someone did a character. So I was just like, okay, I'm pretty sure that's directed at me, but it could not be. He could literally see something behind me he doesn't like, so I'm just gonna be here and just gonna keep posing until Jason finishes the picture. So as soon as Jason finishes the shot, the photographer of course inserts himself in and says, oh, can I take some photos? And so of course I was surprised because like I saw that it was not that exaggerated. I'm exaggerating it because that's what I do. But so we were like, yeah, of course. And he realizes he thinks he realized that we thought he wanted pictures of all of us. And he's like, oh no, just this one. And he points to Ember Rain cosplay. Now Ember Rain, this is his first time at Katsu. And so Lady Everspark and I just kind of looked at each other. Both, I think we were thinking the same thing of like, you know, this would be a great opportunity. Yeah, go ahead. You go get your shots, Ember, and we'll go get our individuals, and then you can go inside and you can make sure you stay warm. And so Ember Rain went off, and Lady Everspark and I went to go over and do our singles. So, funny story is Lady Everspark is in huge heels, and so am I, so we're both 6 foot or taller. If you count our antennas, we're like 6.5 feet. Poor Jason is like 5 foot something? 4, 5? I'm so sorry, Jason, don't kill me. Are you 5'6"? He's a teeny little babs, and he's adorable. But anyways, he's standing on a bench to get, you know, nice above shots of us, get our horns, you know, some nice perspective. And he's shooting Marcy, because again, I have the most layers of everyone, so I am willing to stay outside the longest. Also, you know, I'm like twice the other girls, so I've got plenty of that natural insulation going on, if you know about me. But anyways, so he's shooting Marcy, time goes by, the photographer comes back, Ember Rain comes back, waves, and we're like, go inside, you little popsicle. And he was like, I'm going inside. And so he ran inside and he did not get hypothermia. Applause for Ember Rain cosplay. You go, boy. But anyways, so I say but anyways literally every other breath, so I apologize. And I'm gonna rehydrate. The photographer comes and actually stands next to me. And he's looking straight at Lady Everspark cosplay, and Jason's just ignoring him. Jason's already pissed that he took Ember Rain because apparently Jason has an issue with other photographers interrupting his shoots all the time. I don't know if it's because he's short or if because he's so nice, but it's really rude. And stop doing that. Stop interrupting other photographers when they're shooting. It's fine to ask for a photo, but to steal a model, wait your turn, Dingusberry. But anyways, so I, being staff, I don't want to be mean to anyone, and I want to put my best behavior forward because, you know, I know I can be a bit snippy. So I try to conversate with him. So I, hey, oh, are you waiting to take a photo? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, and so, like, it's a real general conversation I'm trying to start with him, and he's just not having it. Just, yeah, no, okay, huh. So I'm just like, okay, you know, this guy is not a talkative person. That is a-okay. You do not have to be a chatterbox like me. And he does show me this really hella photo that he sniped of Lady Everspark cosplay while Jason was shooting. So I compliment him, and then the conversation just kind of dies down. Then wouldn't you know, Jason finishes up with Lady Everspark and calls me to come do my turn. The photographer steps forward, cutting me off, and says, I want to take a few shots. And so we're like, okay, thinking he's gonna take Marcy to the bench maybe 10, 15 feet away and shoot with her. He asks Jason to get down off of the bench, gets on top of the bench, stepping on our stuff, and just starts shooting Lady Everspark cosplay. Now, Lady Everspark cosplay, bless her soul, she handled it like a champ. She posed, she did her thing, meanwhile her eyes were screaming like, what is going on? I don't know why I didn't interject more. I should have, but also maybe it's because, you know, I'm a con I'm staff at. Maybe I was worried about, you know, coming off on the wrong foot or jeopardizing my position. I don't know. I should have said something, but I didn't. So, you know, lesson learned there. But anyways, so he's now taking pictures of 2 of my friends. He's interrupted my shoot with my friend that I had set up, and he's making me stand outside in the cold longer than I should have to, and he is standing on my badge. So what happens when he finishes with Marcy? He jumps down off the bench, hands her a card, and walks away without saying anything. So not only did he take pictures of both my friends, making, well, I mean, they would look fabulous, let's be honest, but he delayed my shoot, delayed Jason, who had no gloves on, so he could, you know, shoot us. It was just so rude. It's so rude. 1, photographers, don't steal other photographers' models. 2, don't interrupt shoots. What if I had paid for that shoot? Either you're gonna be ripping me off or ripping the photographer off, because either he's gonna have to stay longer to fulfill his time to me, or I'm gonna have to give up on the time I paid for. That's fucking rude. Chill your shit, man. We're all at a con, we're all friends. Either take photos beside my photographer after asking his permission, or don't at all, or wait. There's so many options that don't involve you being a dick to the photographer who works really hard. Secondly, don't take pictures of everyone in a group but one person. It's fucking rude. Take 2 pictures of me, you know, delete them like 10 minutes later, not even 10 minutes later, I don't care, but it sucks to be singled out like that so much. And it doesn't matter if you take one person out of a group, take a picture and like don't talk to anyone else because you just really love that character, you know, that happens. But to take every other person in the group except for the fat one, it doesn't really like show well. And now, while I 100% believe that no photographer is obligated to shoot me, some people just don't like shooting plus size girls or boys, and that is perfectly fine. It's their camera, it's their hobby. I cannot tell them what to do with it. What I can tell them to do is don't fucking interrupt my photo shoot, step on my shit and my friend's shit, and disrespect my photographer like that. Don't do that, okay? Cool. We're on the same page now. Alright, now that that's done, we can go to the plushie panel. So, they put us in this tiny ass room for the plushie panel. There was only 40 people could fit into it, and there were over 120 people in line. So we turned 80 people away. We turned literally double the panel away from the panel. So I felt so terrible. I don't know why, but I feel really guilty anytime someone can't come into the panel that they want to, and I take it as like I personally offended them and I must make up for it. And I'm trying to work on that because, like, you know, it happens, but it's something that I do struggle with. I feel like I'm disappointing and possibly ruining the con experience for someone who is really looking forward to an event. I know they probably aren't that mad about it, but in my head it's like but anyways, panel went great. Really loved it. Kids loved it. Teens loved it. Adults loved it. It was really awesome. And so the next day rolls around, and I'm dressed as Celeste from Hoonie Pop, and I'm walking to a photo shoot before I have the plushie panel. Wouldn't you know, the thing everyone heard about, the Fire Nation attacked. And I unfortunately was down in the atrium, so I had to go outside. No, actually, I went out the wrong exit because I was a dumbass and I followed the crowd. So I was in the atrium and I walked over to the back, kind of by the dealer's room, and I went out those doors, and then I had to walk all the way up, slow trudge, then up the hill and then across the road. And of course I was in my Celeste heels and I was freezing. It was so awful. I would not recommend that at all. Alright, so sorry about that. My battery suddenly died, even though it was supposed to be a half battery, so I don't know what happened there. But anyways, hopefully where I left off, oh yeah, the Fire Nation attacked. So my feet really hurt and that was really tiring, but like, you know, shit happens. Life is life. What are you gonna do, complain about it and make memes for the next 2 years? Probably. But anyways, so the second day we managed, for our plushie panel, we managed to get moved to a bigger room that could fit actually 88 some odd people in there. And people started lining up like 2 hours ahead of time. And there was over 280 people in line by the time we cut it off. And it was just, I had that overwhelming crushing guilt again. I was like, I promised these people that there'd be double the chance to get in, and like that they wouldn't have to worry about not getting in. And if you hadn't lined up 2 hours early, or an hour and a half, I think, was when the latest person came that got in. And that was just crazy to me. But anyways, the panel happened, and it was really wonderful, and kids loved the octopods, and everyone was having a great time. And then I was really tired at this point, really, like, you know, been a very stressful day. I felt guilty about, you know, the lack of supplies, the lack of people that could come in, and all this stuff. These two teens come up to me while I'm sewing their plushies closed, because I sew the plushies closed for anyone who doesn't know how to sew. And they're like, you know, this is the best panel we've had all weekend. This is our favorite. You really made our weekend. And so, of course, what do? I start crying. Like, really ugly crying. Like, thank you. That's the nicest thing you could possibly say. This means so much. And it's just the teenagers are sitting there, like, or standing there, like, fuck. And I'm trying to, like, not to cry, which this makes me cry worse. Because anytime anyone says something really nice to me, and it's, like, genuine, I just break down into disgusting tears. But, Eric kind of calmed me down. He's like, oh, thank you. She's just really emotional right now, because I was an emotional wreck. And then they kind of went away, and then we said goodbye, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. And then someone from my cosplay page came up who came to the panel, and I hope they don't mind me saying, Chase, thank you so much for making my night. They gave me 2 Steven Universe pins, because, you know, I love Steven Universe, I love Rose Court, I love the whole thing. And we got to talk for a good 20, maybe more 15 minutes. And it was so wonderful. So thank you, Chase, for thinking it was worth coming and talking to, and also for enjoying the plushie panel. Hopefully next year we have more time, more supplies, and we can really make it something special for all the kids. Sunday was pretty uneventful. I wore Aphrodite, had another fantastic shoot with Arlie Photography, Freeze Fame Photography. Oh, and when I was Celeste after the plushie panel, I did get photos with Morning Addict Photography. Morning After Photography, that's so terrible. I'm so sorry, Riddle. So yeah, it was a wonderful Katsucon. I couldn't be more blessed to be on staff. I am so excited next year. And next year, I'm hoping to get our materials ahead of time so we can have much more intricate plushies. So yeah, that was my Katsucon 2015. If you have any questions, feel free to message me with them or ask them below. If you want to know how to get on staff, feel free to ask me that too. Chibi Katsu could always use more support if you are good with kids. And so, other than that, I hope you guys have a good day and be safe now, okay? Bye!
Thank you so much for watching, and if you'd like to see more of my work in cosplay, feel free to follow my Facebook page at facebook.com/theAlanaLeilani. And if you like this video, feel free to drop a comment or like it, or even better yet, subscribe. Other than that, I hope you're safe and you have a great day. Bye!